sweet friends, welcome back and Happy New Year. If you haven't stopped by since Christmas, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas as well. If you are new, hi, my name is Amy and welcome to Simply Our Home. Here on my channel, I do tons of decorating through the seasons as well as decor shop with me. So if that sounds like something that you would enjoy, I hope you would consider subscribing before you go. As far as today's video goes, we're going to be taking down the Christmas decor here in our living room. I'd like to share with you some of my quick and easy, very cheap ways of storing Christmas decor. So I'll take you downstairs to my decor storage area, let you see how I organize and label little bins for Christmas storage. I'll also be taking you upstairs into our attic space so that you can see how I store some decor up there as well. So we're going to be resetting our whole living room space, getting it really nice and clean and organized, just a bare canvas for the upcoming decorating for this winter season, which will probably be more neutral decor before we jump into early spring. So if you are looking forward to seeing how I store my decor and just the whole process of taking down our Christmas and seeing how the room looks once we've reset the space, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and definitely continue watching to see how it all turns out. All right, friends, well, let's go ahead and get to work. I hope you enjoy. Let's take one final peek at our living room, all dressed in Christmas decor, before we tackle the takedown process, which I like to start off first with the Christmas tree. It has tons of different bulbs, ribbon, various picks and ornaments to remove, so it typically takes the longest, and once the tree comes down, it really changes the look of the room. As I begin to remove decor, I like to place it in a medium-sized bin that once full, I'll take to my storage area to sort and organize into specifically labeled plastic storage bins. I like to store my ornaments like these vintage bells and glass bulbs together in their original packaging. While those unbreakable ornaments, I find storing them in gallon Ziploc baggies very handy. Since I decorate differently each year, I find it easiest to color coordinate and store decor in bins labeled according to a specific color or theme. For example, to name a few, I have bins labeled red decor, brown decor, and even rustic decor. So everything that falls into that category, whether it's bulbs, individual ornaments, picks, or ribbon within that color family or theme, will be stored together in a container. Now, other people will store according to the room, so you'll just have to kind of play around and see what best works for you. If you're someone like me who likes to change around your decor and not have the same look each year, you may want to try my method. To store our Christmas tree, I don't think it's necessary to go out and purchase a Christmas bag to make it easier, because if you take a little extra time, you can easily store your Christmas tree in its original box. So just like we install the Christmas tree in sections, we're going to disassemble the tree in the same manner. So starting at the top, we are going to pull all the branches in individual rows up together, making it a very tight cone. Once you do this throughout the tree, it is really pretty easy to get it back into its original box. It's just going to take a little bit of extra time, and if you have an extra hand, it makes the process even go faster. Now it's time to move on to the mantle. I really love how it turned out this year. I stacked two different garlands and I just think it made a huge difference, made it look very lush and full. And I also really love the addition of the sphere looking twinkle lights. I think it just turned out beautifully. So what I'm doing is going ahead and taking everything off, the bows, the antique bells, and then the stockings and just the individual bell and kind of wood finial garland, and stacking that all into that brown container. And again, once that gets full, we'll head downstairs to sort it all. I just think this makes the whole process a lot quicker. Also, when taking down your battery powered lights or any other Christmas decor that operates by batteries, make sure to remember to remove the batteries. You don't want to risk the batteries leaking, which will ruin your decor. For each strand of twinkle lights, I like to coil the light strand around the box so that it is nice and neat and ready for next year. Speaking of Christmas light storage, if you don't have a pre-lit tree, I like to separate the lights into sections and store in a nice coil on top of the tree inside the box. That way it is quick and easy to set up the tree next year since everything is stored nicely together. I'm going to continue removing the rest of the garland here. Then I'll remove the wreath above our sofa as well as the last garland that is in this room, which is over the mirror. Then we'll head upstairs and I'll share with you how I like to store our wreaths and garlands. Our first stop is upstairs in our walk-in closet. It has recently become a perfect place to store all of my seasonal florals and everyday greenery. So here in this left-hand side corner, I'm going to stack all of my Christmas wreaths. On the other side, you can see I already have stacked a lot of fall wreaths as well. Also in this closet, we have an opening into our attic space, which I can't wait to share with you my ideas for storing all of our Christmas garlands. So let's go ahead and head up. Up here in our attic, I had this idea to just kind of string up our garlands. We have tons of them. And so instead of putting them in a huge bin, I thought that we could just take and put some nails up here and then just loop the garlands around and then let them fall so that they are nice and straight each year. So I really think this will turn out really nicely. And so Scott has already come up here and nailed a few more because we have our bedroom garland and I think our bathroom. So we'll have enough there. And then if we do need to extend it even more, we can keep on going. And then we could also even layer it in front if we have to. So I'm going to go ahead and get the final garlands from the living room and hang them up here. And we'll be done with that. Okay, friends, back to the living room we go, and this time I'm collecting all of the pillows. Those that are pillow covers, I'm folding them up and getting them into storage, and those that are Christmas specific, I'm going to collect and pile them downstairs along with any Christmas specific blankets so that I can store them away in space bags. You'll also see for now I'm removing my blanket ladder and my large forest canvas wall decor to just create a complete blank slate to start the new year off with. As you can see, my brown bin is getting pretty full, so I'm going to add a few last pieces, and then we can start sorting and organizing decor into their specific labeled containers. Now that it's time to organize the bin that I brought down, I'll go ahead and share with you some of the bins that I already have labeled. So in this one, I have mini trees and deer. And so what I did was took some painter's tape and then wrote on that. So if I next year decide that this is not what I want in the container, I can easily just remove that and put another piece down. So I love that idea. And so here's all of the trees so far that I've removed. Over here, this one is going to be deer and houses. This one here, already labeled, says mini signs, tabletop decor, and my nativity. So all that is in there. And then as we move over here, I have some greenery picks, all of those, as well as my mini wreaths in this one. Here in this container, I have white wintry decor. I've pretty much put all of that in there and it is finished. I have some extra little things here, pine cones. What I like to do is take the bags that are surrounding your bread. These are from Sam's. They used to come clear, which I love because you can put all of your things in it and see it. Now it seems like they do label the bread so you get this kind of ugly look, but you can see on the side what it is and you can label it. So I put all of like ornaments and free items in here. This container here or bin is going to have all of my copper and brown ornaments. Up here I have all of my red. So I have red bulbs, different just red berries, red picks. This one here is going to have all of my green and more rustic kind of decor. I have all my ribbon and bows laying here. Kind of don't know where that's going to go quite yet. This one has lots of bells and like gold and cream ornaments. And so I've taken some already off of this because I'm not wanting to put my stockings in this one. So when I do decide where that's going, I can just grab that and put it on top of a lid. Here's some white, all of my white ornaments, ribbons, things like that. And then down here are golds and glass. That's my organization process so far. Let's go ahead and sort. Finally, after all the decor is put up and sorted, it typically takes me about 2 to 3 trips with my little brown bin per room. So that's a lot of going up and down the stairs. So you definitely need to eat really well, drink water, and get some rest in between rooms if you've decorated all out for Christmas like I have. All right, so now it is time to start the cleaning process after Christmas and for the new year. So I'm going to start here at my mantle surface. It has some pine needles as well as just some dust and just little branches that broke off of my garland. And then I'm going to remove my 3M command strips. What I have found that works best is to pull very slowly and with the level of the command strip. Also, keep pressure on the back end of that command strip. And every time I've did this, it comes off very nicely. So go ahead, try that and see if it works for you. Since it's been quite a while since I dusted my TV, I think this is a perfect time to get your space nice and clean. So I grab my duster and I'm going over our TV as well as just the surface of the fireplace. Then I'm going to move around the room to the window. I want to go ahead and get the blinds clean. I haven't did this in some time, so I'm just going to quickly go over this with the duster. And then I'm also going to wash the inside of the windows, and I'm grabbing my favorite window cleaner, which is the Sprayway brand. I love to start off the new year with a blank canvas and a clean space. It really just clears my mind and allows me to focus and be more creative. And I really like to give it a couple days before I start to decorate. That way I can really look at the main pieces and decide if I'd like to refresh a certain area. Also, this is a great time to make a bigger purchase for the new year and work that into the budget. This year, I would love to add new pinch pleated drapes as well as the same blinds that we have in our bedroom. I think this would really add a lot of texture and warmth to the room. And continuing to be on my wish list again for this year is a new chair to go beside the fireplace. Also, I would love to switch out the mirror and the open console table for an arched bookcase. I think it would be so fun to decorate a bookcase seasonally. So all of these updates, of course, depends on whether I can find what I want and if it is in our budget. So we'll have to see at the end of the year what I'm able to accomplish. Another important job to do routinely, and what better time than now, since it's the beginning of a new year, is to flip and rotate your sofa cushions. So what you want to do is to flip each cushion and move the one originally to the right to the left and the one to the left to the right. You'll also see that I have to flip my cushions because there's a little bit of an angle in because of the arm. Now, if you have down-filled cushions, you can also unzip the cover and fluff them up a bit. This is actually going to increase the longevity of your sofas. The goal is to reveal fresh fabric and rotate cushions throughout different positions that get different amounts of wear. You know, everyone has their favorite spot on the sofa, yeah? Don't forget that you can switch cushions on identical pairs of chairs also, for instance. So if one gets sat in more often than the other, it's a good idea to switch those. Every so often, I like to take a fabric shaver across the surface of the fabric. If you have a fabric that looks like teeny little balls on it, or it's called pilling, an easy way to take care of that is to run a fabric shaver over the surface. This will clear away any of those teeny balls and keep the fabric looking brand new. So I like to do this every so often, and what better way to start off the new year than doing some things that I typically don't get to in my everyday cleaning. You all know me, I just can't resist, so I'm taking the decor that I already have in the space. I'm going to rearrange it just a bit so that I'm a little bit more satisfied with it, and then we will give the carpets a good vacuum. Once that's all finished, we can take a final look at our living room now that it is fresh, clean, and reset for the new year of 2024. All right, sweet friends. Well, that about wraps up today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I also hope that it gave you some motivation to either continue or to start taking down your Christmas decor. I also hope that I gave you some new ideas on ways I like to store away my Christmas decor for the season. Now, I hope that you will join me as we reset our homes this new year, kind of bring it back to a blank canvas and let all of our spaces breathe without any decor. And in a couple days, we'll come back in and decorate it, and it'll feel so, so good. So I hope that you will be back to join me. If you did enjoy today's video, I'd appreciate a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Now, as always, I love to share with you a daily Bible verse as we end our time together. So today we're going to be reading from Proverbs chapter 4, verses 25 through 27. Give careful thought to the paths of your feet, and be steadfast in all of your ways. Do not turn to the right or left. Keep your foot from evil. Well, I thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you real soon in my next one. Take care, and God bless, friends. Bye.